Good evening, folks. It's Monday afternoon or Monday evening, 8 o'clock here. We're a little bit late here tonight. We get a little late start today, but All In with CSN live here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. You'll find us on all these platforms. Guys, find us, follow us, like us, share us, all that good stuff with all the platforms we have. And welcome. Lots going on, folks. Bowl game. Let's talk football. Let's talk football. Bowl game. Got the bowl game going on. We've got Tigers will play Penn State. We're paying attention earlier in the season, preseason. You would have thought, yeah, Penn State and Clemson. That sounds like a playoff final game. But here we are at the Pinstripe Bowl in New York City at Yankee Stadium, a famous venue. Going to be a good matchup. A 7-5 Clemson against a 6-6 Penn State. Both teams underachieved this year. Penn State playing without their star quarterback, Drew Aller, who got injured about halfway through the season. And they're finishing out their season off with Augusta Meyer. I have to put up the memory, but we'll do some scouting on those guys. But, I think the cool storyline, we put an article out today. I think the cool storyline is the Tom Allen connection. Just a year ago, Tom Allen was the defensive coordinator for Penn State, had them in the playoffs, one of the top defenses in the country. He has a bunch of players that he coached and worked with for the last couple of years there. Guys he recruited, they're on that team now, and now he's at Clemson. As the article reads, is this an asset? He knows the personnel that he is going to be playing against, or Clemson's offense will be playing against, or is it a detriment? They know his schemes from him being there year before, but interesting little storyline within the storyline to follow there. Want to once again thank our three new sponsors we picked up over the week. On Friday, we welcomed DripWorks in Clemson, South Carolina, and in Greenville, South Carolina, two locations. It's an IV therapy company, health and wellness company, however you want to look at it. Go in there and ask for Brant, Clemson grad over there off of Tiger Boulevard in the same plaza. Mr. Elliott and the folks from Firehouse Subs, 11 locations across the upstate of South Carolina. We've got all 11 locations represented here at Clemson Sports News. Be sure to visit Firehouse Subs, Greenville, Seneca, Clemson, Anderson, Easley. He's got 11 locations across those five areas. But guys, that's Firehouse Subs. And number three, Southern Floorings LLC. They're out there in Seneca. I want to thank those guys. That's Kevin and the bunch over there. Great wood flooring, marble flooring, whatever you need, builders, contractors, do-it-yourselfers, go see Kevin at Southern Flooring Inc. Okay? We cannot forget, as always, we have to thank everybody, but we have to always thank our folks that matter the most here. That really matter the most because everyone matters. We have over 54 sponsors at Clemson Sports News, but we have our title sponsor, and our title sponsors are a big deal to us. Ingalls has been our title sponsor. It'll be year number 8 coming up here in January. I want to thank Ingalls. Love the prices. Love the low prices. Love the savings. And we want to thank the folks over at Benson Ford over in Easley, South Carolina. Mr. Crow and that bunch over there have been good to us for the last 7 years. We want to thank those guys. That's Benson Ford over there in Easley. And then we want to go over to Oakway Tractor. Our friends out there, Andy and the guys at Oakway Tractor have been with us for 3 years. We want to thank Andy and the guys at Oakway Tractor. And, of course, our latest addition to the subtitle sponsors. That's J.W. Martin, our buddy Martin over at J.W. Martin Real Estate right here. He's also our partner on our live shows, so make sure you'll go see J.W. Martin. He's got some great listings up right now. They just listed some good lake properties, so check out J.W. Martin. That's Joey Martin and J.W. Martin Real Estate. Those are our title sponsors. And, guys, we're going to be back out. We've got the announcement, like I said, that we're going to be at the Pinstripe Bowl on 27th. That's a Saturday, 2 Saturdays from now. Before we're going to be at Joe's Pizza in Clemson with Jeff, the owner, and the folks at Joe's Pizza are going to welcome us there for the first time. We'll take the show over there, and we'll do a preview of the upcoming bowl game from there live with guests, special guests, and Joey Martin will join me that night as well. But guys, there's a lot to talk about basketball. not only is the football team going to go to New York City in the next couple of weeks and then, invade, you'll see Tiger Nation all over New York City, probably on the Today Show and every TV show you can think of that's live running on around then. You'll see a lot of orange in town, checking out all the sights and everything in New York City and enjoying the Big Apple as it is. But the Tigers tomorrow night in another really famous venue, Madison Square Garden. The Tigers are in the Jimmy V Classic, and they're going to take on the BU Cougars tomorrow night, a 10th ranked BYU, who they played, I think, last year. This team reminds me a lot of Clemson's team last year. This BYU team, and a lot of athleticism. This is going to be a great matchup tomorrow night. Tigers, they've already left. They left today to go up to in tomorrow's big game. It can start 6:30 tip-off. I think it's on ESPN, and look forward to a great matchup there. Lady Tigers picked up another weekend. Sean Poppy and the bunch are doing really well out of conference. In conference, they're still struggling a little bit. We'll see how they do moving forward. Still trying to develop this team, doing the best he can with pieces he's brought in. Got to give the guy a few years. He got that number 3 recruiting class this year. Wait for that one to show up next year. And again, we're going to be covering both teams. I'll have my staff down covering these games all season long. So stay tuned for more information about some basketball as we get on through bowl season here. But transfer portal news, we've had nobody significant. A linebacker has jumped in there. A third-string guy out of Georgia. I'll have to think of his name here in a minute. But Avion Terrell has entered his name into the NFL. He's in for the draft. So you probably won't see Avion at the bowl game. Gives you a chance to go ahead and bring next man up, kind of thing, and see what guys can do there. You've got a lot of guys now declaring into the portal, and we've got a couple guys that we've looked at that we think Clemson may have a little bit of interest in. One would be Sam Levitt, the quarterback from Arizona State, has decided he's going to drop himself into the portal, and I think Clemson may be intrigued enough to inquire. I don't know if he's quite the Clemson gentleman and Clemson type of guy. I think he's there looking for a BBD, they call it, a bigger, better deal. Otherwise, why leave Arizona State with all you've done there? But right now Clemson needs somebody to bring into this quarterback room and make it compete. And if that makes it a better quarterback and densely better quarterback because of it, or if a guy comes in and just competes for a year and it helps the Tigers out as they develop these two guys in the background, that's a necessity. There's a couple of DBs that have entered the portal. I'm very interested in one from LSU. A couple of good offensive linemen have also entered into the portal already today. There's a lot of good candidates going to be popping into the portal. Running back out of Texas is in the portal. A lot of guys a lot of guys we're tracking here. Again, it's a very fluid situation. I don't have any inside information as to who they're going to go with or who they're going to offer. I'm just looking at guys that are popping in that fit the MO of what we need as far as what I'm looking at when I look at the roster and the attrition to the NFL, the attrition to graduation, and the attrition to the portal is coming up. Because we're going to see a couple of guys opt out and themselves and hit the portal to go along with a couple of guys that already left. Some other news, it looks like the staff changes are starting to happen, but they're in the background. Some grad assistants and some analysts are leaving to go to Sanford to join the guys over there. That I can tell, Will Sweeney being one of them, and that's good news to see some guys making some moves and getting out of here and going out and spreading their wings and making room for other folks to come in and maybe make a little bit of a difference here. But man, we had recruiting on Wednesday of last week. We had National Signing Day. Tigers bringing down 20 kids and looking good. The top 15 class. Lost the 3 really good pieces there with Quinn and Gephardt, the kid out of Ohio, and then what's his name, the kid out of Georgia, Stewart, the safety. Losing those 3 guys on the defensive side with only 3 losses, but it kind of hurt because Clemson recruits to they only throw out so many offers, and once they get their guy, they pretty much wasted their offers because then they don't look as legit. They're out there just tossing offers out at the end of the process to anybody that's available. So kind of find themselves in the portal looking for a safety, a defensive end, a running back, I think, again, a quarterback or maybe even a wide receiver to add a little depth there. You never know. And some other things. But, man, we got a lot of good things to weigh up on. But, man, again, the bowl game is the big Tigers taking on Penn State. I mean, what a storyline. Two teams that were both, again, in the top five. And a lot of hype for both teams. And look what happened. No one saw what happened at Penn State happening. Those guys going off the rails, firing their coach, the star quarterback getting hurt. They just went right off the rails. But it was weird. I look at their schedule, and they won their first 3 games, lost the middle 6, and then won the last 3 to a 6-6. So they split their season up pretty much in half. And, your defensive coordinator, Terry Smith, I think his name, came in and has been the interim coach. He'll coach the bowl game. The new hire, Matt Campbell from Iowa State, won't take over the reins until after the bowl game. So he's going to be kind of, I guess, an analyst on the outside looking in. Not enough time to implement his team, his whole schematic and his philosophy or any of that stuff. So, that we're going to wait. He's probably going to wait and do that all fresh in the spring. But, looking forward to a good game. We just got to see who's going to be playing. A lot of guys are going to be opting out for the NFL. Like I said, Avion Terrell today makes his announcement that he's going to the NFL. I don't expect him to play. I don't expect any of these guys that come out in the next few, and I'm going to say 48 to 72 hours, you're going to see Clemson guys come out and say, hey, I'm not playing, I'm going to the NFL, or exercising their option to go. And those guys I don't think will play, which means next man up philosophy, mentality. And with Clemson, at defensive end, you got a problem. If Will Held out and you have him and Parker both pull out and say they're going to the draft and not play, your 2 defensive ends go away, and you've got Jaheim Lawson on the sidelines with an injury. You're very thin defensive end going into this game as it is. If Dabo can pull off a miracle and get these kids to play the bowl game, it'll be a miracle. I wouldn't blame one of them at all if they didn't play. Again, who wants to go and get hurt, one last time, playing in a tier game, great, granted, in a great venue, historic city, Here's the great thing about this bowl. Historic venue. You're playing a blue blood program in Penn State, even though they didn't have a stellar year. It's still a blue blood program with similar roster talent that you have. You're playing in a historic city in the largest city in America. Well, so much to do. The fan bases are going to enjoy this. I think the 2 of the best fan bases in college football get together, interact, have a great time. On venue. But again, I'm looking forward to it, kind of, I knew it was going to be Sun Bowl, Pinstripe, or Gasparilla. And from what I'm hearing, and I did confirm it, I saw this on a post from Pete Nakos from On3, that Pete Thamel, from ESPN, that at least 3 bowls, being the Sun Bowl, Pinstripe, and are all vying for Clemson to be their pick because Clemson's notorious with the well-traveled fan base. They've got an established brand. You throw that tiger paw on your bowl, and people are going to recognize exactly who it is, and there you go. So, with that being said, short and sweet today. Just wanted to announce the bowl game. We're going to get breaking some stuff down here over the next couple of weeks. We will see you again on here on Friday. We'll go back over basketball results. We'll talk about, I'm sure, between now and Friday, we'll find out a lot about what's going on both sides of the portal as far as Clemson leaving. We won't really find out who they're going to be approaching, because Clemson's not one of those teams that's known to dabble in approaching people before the allotted time. So January 2nd is the date the portal opens, so that you can actually do business there. So the actual open date is January 2nd. So look for things to really fire up after that, between the 2nd and I think it's the 13th. But until then, guys, have a great week. We will see you again on Friday. Back then with CSN here from the studio every Monday, Friday, 7 p.m. is our normal time, 8 tonight, because just got a little late start, having things going on here. But good things coming up. We're going to be, again, like I said, at Joe's New York Pizza in Clemson on the 26th, the Friday before the game. And watch basketball tomorrow, guys. 6:30 tip-off. The Jimmy V Classic, the Tigers taking on BYU up there in Madison Square Garden. A great matchup for Brad Brownell and his bunch. But until then, guys, stay warm. It's a little chilly out there in the area right now. Stay dry because it's a little bit wet out there. Drive safe. and have a great rest of the week. We'll see you guys on Friday, 7 o'clock with All In with CSN. We'll check back in with you and update you on what's been going on. Until then, visit the website, clemsonsport.com. Lots of good stuff to read, and visit our sponsors. Have a great night. Go Tigers.